afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting, amazing Propagandacaster. Your host Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. In the west, it is Rubberluck and HelpingHans fighting here for the Allies, forming up a combined battle group from the 2nd Armored Division, backed up by the Guards Armored, right here on the road to Kharkov. In the south, it is Blackwolf and Hurin fighting for the German Army, Deutschland. Forming up here the 21st Panzer Division, with Jaeger Armour immediately chosen by Blackwolf. We got Urban Assault, Recon Support and Heavy Cavalry for Rubberluck, Hans with Royal Engineers, Royal Artillery and Advanced Emplacements, oh boy, and Overwatch, Elite Armoured and Special Operations for Hurin. Mostly infantry, the mine and pack there as well for Blackwolf. And well, as always, please subscribe, like, share and all that jazz. Remember to press the bell button. We've got Sturm Pioneers moving up here for the northern point in the southwest. We've got Pioneers moving through here, southeast. Rubberluck moving ahead aggressive with the Rieslons, and Hans going for the fuel there with double sections. Vickers following up there. Standard stuff here from all sides so far. Obviously, Blackwolf here going for the elephant tank, so deal with any sort of large armoured threats in the late game. I doubt we'll be seeing any regal mines, so they could be very handy. Hurin here northwards, we'll have to see what it goes for. Spec Coastal or Elite Armoured could be very good guesses, of course, so could Overwatch. For whatever reasons. In the south, sandbags up here, going to these moving forwards. MD42 there. Moving ahead here for the southern field point. Skirmishing continue up here north. Sturm Pioneers basically being pushed back out in the open versus the double sections. The Sturm Pioneers stand no chance. They just have to pull back there, and obviously Hurin there displays some good unit preservation rather than waste manpower on an engagement like that. Up here, Grenadiers versus Riflemen. At range, the Grenadiers should have the advantage versus the Riflemen, unless there's some quirky RNG going on. Of course, second half or one from the could change against the Grenadiers here. Because moving up there for HelpingHans helps lock down on a more narrow map like the road to Kharkov. That can be very cheeky. We got a sniper on the way here for Blackwolf. Very early pick there. Might want to go for a mortar. That can be quite effective as well in a map like this. Up north, Hans continues to slowly pressure back Hurin, who's probably falling into a bit of defensive position. He's struggling a bit here, sort of playing to the strengths of the overall Command West. One option would be to try and swing hard against Rubberluck and support Blackwolf. That way, swinging hard against them, they're sort of leaving Hans dingling about there without anything to do right away. Trot on the way there for Hurin, lightly mechanized but could be battle group headquarters. I mean, again, on a map there's the British, in particular a smaller map, light infantry guns could be a very solid pick here for Hurin. Just blast Hans into dust. Second doctrine chosen is Rubberluck here with urban assault and molotovs, rifle grenade launchers, and of course all other sorts of abilities to help someone attack. Is not a bad pick there by Rubberluck at all. Rubberluck, faults there being suppressed. And there it goes, sniper out for HelpingHans. We've got to see Hurin there with some false nearby as well. Seems like, again, he's starting to perhaps realise he needs to divert forces elsewhere, since this is sort of engagement that he's just going to get ground down by HelpingHans, to be honest. And of course, that's something HelpingHans really wants to happen. So obviously, Hurin's job to be to make sure that doesn't transpire. There, go Raven Corp with MD42. Pioneers could push ahead here, sniping northwards to probably assist Mr. Hurin as well there. Could put a bit of pressure on HelpingHans that way. Third section out for Hans. Take up what else is done. Ambulance for Rubberluck, noting no tech yet for him, but we've got the platoon command post there being activated. No tech yet for Blackwolf. We've got a medic banker up, and we do get a battle group headquarters up via Hurin, a bit further forwards, full to the right about the sections, and going for the car on there. Good play there by Hurin, again trying to outplay HelpingHans. And we got rifle nades going up there for Rubberluck. There will be more down the road as he gets the munitions necessary. Pioneers being held up, they can't quite push past the rifle Grenadiers. Then MD42 hanging back. Grenadiers moving up, more Grenadiers following on the way there for Blackwolf and the 21st Panzer Division. Sniper hanging back there, one kill, sandbagging up here by the eastern victory point. And we got the ambulance up there for Rubberluck, going to be an aggressive ambulance, support him, and probably also Hans a bit more on the front line. Not a bad move, of course. Does have its risk and requires a bit of careful managing. Blackwolf here supporting his teammate with a sniper. Good play there by Blackwolf. Rifleman and Rieslons falling back here, pulling back towards the ambulance. In the far south, lots of forces hanging about. Could probably afford to sort of swing up here, maybe attack Rubberluck from this angle and try and sneak up here. Could catch him in a pretty awkward spot. Sniper there being pushed back as Hans launches a successful counterattack for the east. Takeover there for Blackwolf finally happening, and Hurin there with the light infantry gun as expected. Expected mechanized rating would also be expected, but you know, it would make a lot more sense to go for light infantry guns on a map like this, where the light vehicles of the overall Command West are going to have a harder time anyways finding any purchase. Rubberluck with the M20, quite cheap and effective, of course. A lot cheaper than it looks, and so, you know, also a bit more expendable, but still quite effective. In the south here, falling back here as Rubberluck launching an assault. Hurin and HelpingHans probably still without a doctrine here. going for the carve point and trying to turn the favour there to the Germans, the Huns, the Nazis. Good play there by Rubberluck. We got Hurin there launching a counter-attack to ensure they don't lose fuel. Good response there by Hurin. Good teamwork. Back here, troops seeming forcing. Take up done. Well, obviously he's going to go for anything right away. And there we go. Light infantry going out for Blackwolf. I mean, Blackwolf Hurin. Blackwolf though would, I think, still benefit from a mortar here versus the Allies. MD42 their blast away, quickly getting a move on there. Radius into the centre almost taken out. No rough grenades on them. And we got HelpingHans there with the Vickers here. Of course, the light infantry gun could clear that out. In fact, opening up a direct path to the fuel point. Hans, by the way, has brought up a sniper, likely anticipating or waiting for Blackwolf to put up the sniper and then trying, you know, put a shot between his eyes and, well, basically blow everything away since that's an anti-tank rifle. When you hit someone between the eyes with that, well, there's not really going to be much left anyways. Panzerfaust and the M20, we got the line gun number 2 on the way here for Hurin, definitely setting up there for slower attritional style of play there versus HelpingHans. Good pick there, good pick. Though still kind of rare, most double explosives still just stick to mechanized rating looks as improvements no matter what. But Hurin here, of course, actually a highly ranked player that not one you sort of see a lot of videos of, still, you know, knows the key element here is going to be artillery. They got Panzer grenades out here for Blackwolf, good pick there. Some assault infantry, plus in pinch can be upgraded with Panzerschrecks, which again, on a map with less room to maneuver in, can be also quite effective since there's less ways for the vehicles just to quickly escape. So it could be an option there for Blackwolf. So now we can use the murder away there for the German army in the 21st Panzer Division. We got the M20 going in there, noting no upgrade. So he's definitely lining up as being much more expendable here. And doesn't really care if it survives. All he wants is the sniper dead. So good play there by Mr. Rubberluck, completely catching Blackwolf there off guard and wiping out his sniper. Smoke off. What? The sniper, there we go, sniping down. That's just some pretty great luck. And the Panzerfaust. What? It damaged it, but what? It's got no. What happened there? I'm not entirely sure. I'm guessing either the Panzerfaust flak is just damaged from other sources, since actually without the armored skirts, it's much more vulnerable to bullets, or there's something weird happening there with the Panzerfaust. Anyways, mortar on the way for Rubberluck. He's bringing up artillery. Very good, very good. And of course now Hans and sniper hand, not to worry about a German sniper. Is immediately just getting to work there on the enemy. Blackwolf is clearly not particularly keen on Rubberluck being able to drive an M20 into space, take out a sniper, then get away there. Bang grenade off here, almost takes out the section, didn't quite pan out though. Like to make a nice company up, there'll probably be a pack 4 to help deal with vehicles. Again, losing that sniper will hurt. I still think Blackwolf would benefit from a single mortar at least. Meanwhile, we got Hurin and his double line gun sort of blasting away there. Not getting a lot of kills in there, but of course that can rapidly change. Got the second going in for the line guns, got folks nearby. Most squads have been upgraded with Sturmgewehrs. Very good. Does seem like Hurin is not barraging though, which definitely cuts down on the efficiency of the line guns. Like most of the smaller light artillery pieces, they really want there to go barrages because they become a lot more accurate with it and also shoot faster. They will just do more damage. Rangers out here for Rubberluck, some elite assault infantry. HelpingHans has committed to Royal Artillery, opening up course for, well, artillery en masse, but also the Command Valentine tank is sort of a faster armoured choice for the Germans. Truck number 2 out there for Hurin, that's going to be straight punted quarters. Rushing trade ahead here, under cover of smoke. Good play there by Rubberluck, really good use of smoke there. I mean, there may not have been anything there, but by laying down smoke from the ensures if there was something there, he's not going to have a problem with it. So that's really good tactical play there by Rubberluck. 2 thumbs up. 2-2 flying back here, can't really immediately deal with those riflemen to tank rifle nades up close. Mortar fire rain down there on Blackwolf's positions up north. Hurin there is making a successful breakthrough here through Hans's lines. Line for guns this time to at least get some kills in there. Blackwolf there, I believe, is taking up in service of Deutschland. Yes, and we got the Schwer punted cause line going to set up around here to protect the fuel in the car point. Mortar being pushed back here. We do note that Rubberluck is a bit short on anti-tank weapons, so the 2-2, as long as they clear any riflemen, should be able to do some nasty harm there to Rubberluck. We got 339 versus 131. Going to be just moving up, light machine guns and hand cannons are following up as well. Here we got Hans going pretty hard there at Hurin, leaving him a bit overextended and exposed. There you go, following to first section charting. We've got artillery that both, by the way, have been upgraded with pyrotechnic supplies. A bit of a rare sight. They might be planning just constantly pelt grenades as opponent, or artillery as opponent, I guess. Raf need almost take a Raf score there. Good work by Blackwolf, but the situation is still pretty dicey as Rubberluck is not moving an inch. We got HelpingHans there firing off artillery. And right on the Schwerer Panzer head, or the Blackwolf headquarters there. Schwerer Panzer Corps set up to cover the cup point, but not the fuel point. Still some time before Hurin can go for anything besides Overwatch, and there we go, do get some Overwatch, which of course would be a good pick anyways. Though with this, I don't think Spec Ops is as likely. It's more likely going to be either now Elite Armored or Overwatch, and certainly Elite Armored with some heat rounds and Panzer IVs could be useful. Gun crew there signs that by HelpingHans artillery, the 25-pounder guns, delivering quite the musical experience. Both of them being routed here. We got the M20 still running, but still not upgraded here by Rubberluck. He doesn't care. He's already done a lot with it, and it's so far alive, which is impressive. Hurin's assault here is bogging down under Intensifying there from HelpingHans infantry. You might want to consider another path to attack through, though, of course, again, that is the trick about Road to Kharkov in a map. The reason I really don't think it should be a 2vs2 map. There's not really a lot of other ways to attack through. Again, it's just too narrow. Much too narrow. We got Orbs coming up here with a light machine and they're being added for some added anti-infantry firepower, which was great. We got more artillery called in the Blackwolf headquarters trying to silence it. And we got Sturm Panic engaging the section there, Orbs retreating. Hurin, by the way, is still without a doctrine. In fact, he's the only player without a doctrine at this point in time. Sniper with 10 kills, half 8 vets need 2. I'm 20 falling back. Grenadiers there, Grenadiers moving about as well there. Just Grenadiers everywhere, Grenadiers. Blackwolf still, I think, would benefit nice from Morton. In fact, he's right now pretty low in force size there. Of course, it might be he's trying to push for a faster palm core. Certainly trying to sort out for a elephant tank at the moment, I think, would be a bit silly. HelpingHans that commits to the Valentine tanks, and again, that is a faster tank option that sort of works as a medium, though. With the company command post up already, it feels a bit weird since, I mean, the Cromwell isn't that much more expensive than the Valentine. It is overall better in most regards, so yeah, that seems like a slightly peculiar pick to me. Just slightly, I mean, nothing, you know, earth-shaking, but it feels less efficient in my perspective. Punchman is moving up and then moving back as they realise they shot one guy. Fuel cache up there for Blackwolf, that's a good move, assists him with more fuel. And of course assists his teammate with more fuel. So again, good teamwork there. Good teamwork. Up north here, Hurin's making another push, but this time we got the Valentine tank blocking the way there with its 75mm gun. Focused on the fire here, cover shattered by the Valentine tank in the south here. We've got the 2-2 moving up, trying to sneak up here on Rubberluck and the 2nd Armoured Division. And this is definitely providing him with a lot of value versus the Germans at the front line. Here, machine gun team out. The line for guns continue to blast away. They're hoping to silence any Yankees. Again, he needs to, I think, use more barrages. I mean, folks, I'm right here. A pair of barrages, I think, will do a lot of damage there. Possibly to Rubberluck's infantry and light vehicles. They're so closely bunched up. So Paul McCock can go for a Panzer IV. He could go for, of course, a pair of Stu's. Or some Austrians and Stu's. Grenadiers in with the camp, but it's a bit of a hard point to try and break through here with the unit in heavy cover, and they don't have any way to so easily clear it out. Plus, Rifle Grenades certainly does not make it easier. Line guns going to find north. Let's see, we've got the Valentine tank still blocking the path there. We've got 328 versus 342. Hunter's infantry launching another valiant assault there against those dastardly Harry Huns. Got the command Valentine tank moving up, forces they're being pushed back, and we got more artillery off for HelpingHans. Like going to try and silence here Hurin's line for guns. Southern push progressing slowly, and there you go. We got an Osprey away for Blackwolf, pretty fast one. Great versus the infantry and the lighter vehicles, but of course means he's so much more vulnerable to medium armor, though. HelpingHans, of course, is focused on the Valentine tank, and Rubberluck, I think, has yet. Oh, he has gone the mate. He's going to go in for a Sherman soon. So, the Austrian, he's actually a pretty risky move by Blackwolf, and not actually a bit of a bad move considering he has no anti-tank weapons. I mean, he's going to have to then use the Panther as an anti-tank team, and even then, that could fall a bit short under the worst of circumstances. Blackwolf Albeit Osman out there. Hurin can go for a Panther 4, but likely at this point he's going for the Panther. He could stall for the King Tiger, but it's certainly not something I'd advise. Smokes an offer to come and assault on the Kharkov point. Good play there by Rubberluck again. No, he does go for the Panther 4. He does go for the Panther 4. Might be no shot there by Hurin in the end. And there you go, Flak Panther arriving. Allied infantry suffering the wrath of the flak. Getting some good kills in there, leaves some good damage. Can leave for the center. We got a section up behind the heavy fire from the rifle grenades and the light machine guns. Also heading northward to the two giant repairs here for Blackwolf of the German army. And the Panther Force halfway down there for Hurin. A lot of action going on. Panzers they're staying close to the Flak Panzer. Blackwolf thinks he's going to have to go for Stug after this. He also has to resource for the Stug. I mean, he just needs something to help deal with any potential armor the Allies might be tossing at him. There you go, Rubberluck is going here for the M36 Jackson Tank Destroyer. Black Panther with 3 kills. Casualties piling up there for Rubberluck's infantry. As resistance from Blackwolf. And the 21st Panzer is going to be quite formidable. Brighton routed. M40 covering up here. We got Rubberluck there with the Suki teams coming up there to try and deal with the Black Panther, but then they had to fall back. There 5 kills. Victory point being seized there as Hurin is making another push for the fuel point. There is encountering severe resistance here from HelpingHans. And a Fulton squad wiped out, costing her in there some veteran troops. Machine gun run up, there you go. Flak Panther to the rescue. Flak Panther to the rescue. 6 kills, close to veteran to 1. M20 moving in, if you careful around the Flak Panther, that could end up a bit ugly there for Rubberluck's little light vehicle. There you go, damaged engine on the Flak Panzer. But still operable, still able to find. We got a Pack 4 in there, he's also lost his Panther in these. Blackwolf's unit preservation is certainly showing some cracks here he needs to be careful about, and so needs to get fixed up. HelpingHans going for the Sexton self-propelled howitzer, and I guess Rubberluck down the road is going to go for the Calliope as well. Fulton with glass out there, but the Valentine take Jackson near particles to support versus armor. Allied infantry arching the MD42. The MD42 needs to get out of there again. Or he's going to lose it again. Flak Panzer need repairs. So between need repairs and Blackwolf is just in need of more armor. Guessing he's going for the Panther 4 this time. I mean, at this stage, going for the Yak or the Elephant Tank Destroyer is going to be, I think, a really bad idea for Blackwolf considering the overall current circumstances. More Pioneers would also be a very good investment for Blackwolf in the near future to repair stuff. And Hurin's Panther Force also need some serious repairs. Germans are losing ground rapidly here to the Allies. Blackwolf's side of the front has more or less collapsed. And Hurin's only holding on to a small stump of territory by now. Flak Panther being fixed up and tank cleared out, moving forwards, destroying it. Going there for the fuel cache as well. We got a counter-attack here. Blackwolf rushing the guns, needs to try to make it harder for the enemy to kill it, but even that might not last long. There we go though. Better rescue with the MD42 special rifle. There we go. 50 cover clears out the pack. Crew Grenadier Squad number 2 moving into Crew again. He does not want to lose it to the Allies. And 20 of round got the Osprey moving up, but need to get that Jackson out of there. Otherwise, that Osprey is not going to last long. Phew. Northern assault continues here by Hurin against HelpingHans' lines, but he and the Guards armor are not budging. In the south, almost got the M20, but once more the Pack 40 is destroyed, and they now is utterly wrecked. A lot of manpower there, ways to a Blackwolf trying to get out of his hands. He's going to need Stugs. And what is this? Hurin is going for Overwatch, he's going for a howitzer. And then Rubberluck goes for the Calliope. Lots of artillery there from both Axis and Allies, except for Blackwolf, who's got nothing. No mortars, no nothing. Interesting. Almost lost, there we go, lost the southern fuel point. MD4 trying to move ahead, but getting shot at already there by the 5th caliber. It might not quite work out there, but in the end, Rubberluck decides not to take the chance. Panther is good to go here for Hurin. Out there is firing, trying to hit the staging area here, but by now it has been abandoned by the Allies. So He's not really hitting anything. Line for gun still operable. One with 3 kills, one with none. Germans are in a pretty precarious position here, being bombarded within the close range of the base. Barely got any territory, and the Allies are certainly looking very dominant. Blackwolf in particular is looking weak here, with the fewest sort of population points actually active compared with the others. So Blackwolf, they definitely need to work on unit preservation, and Hurin's going to have to do some heavy lifting until he sort of rebuilds his forces in any meaningful manner. Going for another MG42. It's starting to look like Blackwolf is in fact now trying to stall for the Elephant tank destroyer, which is honestly a bit insane considering the overall circumstances. Smoking again there from Rubberluck to just further disrupt. Blackwolf, I know what he wants to do. Not bad at all. MG42 number Thomas got a flak punch moving up here, and there you go. Blitzkrieg to try and take it out to finish it. Artillery fire raining down there close to him. The mortar pulls back, but again does not want to run risking to something else there. That could destroy Ostwind, and of course be Blackwolf even more exposed. Artillery fire there, almost taking out the mortar, but shells so far are not quite landing on mark there. And so far more squirrels have been killed than mortar crew members. And what is this? We got cover to cover up north there. Hurin's assault is running into Richmond. The southeast pushing forwards here. Swarming Blackwolf there is clearly not ready for this. Ostwind is taking heavy fire. 100 points left here for the Germans. Ostwind there, half health. The Leeds retreating. MG42 opening up at close range. Ostwind almost taking out. Pack crew taut. Machine guns there hosing down all of Rubberluck's infantry, stopping them with volumes of fire. Ostwind almost 52, but also almost exploding. MG42 could add some almost explosive rounds there. I'm sending the armor piercing rounds all the way. Both Rabbs got routed there. Only the Jacksons left, destroying the second pack 40 there. And we got a Yak Panzer on there for Hurin to help deal with armor. Good move there. Good move. Blackwolf there is getting closer to the Elephant tank destroyer, but he still needs to preserve a lot of manpower to make it work. Goliath there hiding ready to blow up any troops from Hans that might stick their noses out too far. Roughneck on the MG42 forcing Blackwolf there to retreat. As Rubberluck's Jackson tank destroyers apparently displaying some really awful accuracy. Panther 4 moving up, Yak Panzer almost down there for Hurin. There you go, hits 3 Essence, almost taking out the entire unit with the Roughneck. Machine gun could likely finish off the last straggler there with a bit of luck, or maybe not. Jackson keeps missing. Panther 4 got the Jack down to half health. Crews there retreating, running past the Panther 4. Hurin goes in there for the kill for the fatherland. But Jackson does get away here. We got the Valentine tank from the north. We got, I think, a bazooka there dropped about, which could be picked up. Goliath nearby. Blackwolf just needs the manpower, but again, he requires several minutes worth of manpower to get out that Elephant tank destroyer. 50 points left. The situation for the Germans is pretty grim. 47. Rushing for the centre, which is wide open there. The Allies haven't left nothing there, and then going for the western one as well. Might try to push these one, but that's where Hans is, and there he goes, swapping forwards. We got air recons out there, 50 carbs sitting out there, and infantry moving forwards. Flak Panzer 4 nearby, and we got cover to cover again, allowing him to rush the 50 car with his lieutenant. Goliath moving in, they're getting past behind the retreat there, possibly with the troops, but got caught by another half squad there, and of course the Jackson as well. Close one though, close one. Lieutenant almost taken out. We got 24 points left for the German army. Looking pretty grim here for Deutschland. Pioneer scorching away at the rifle. Centre Victor 1 big Caesar. We got Major though trying to contest, but he is ultimately cut down by the Sturm Pioneers. 21 points left. They got the other one rendered neutral as well. Units dying out here. Ostwind Vetchi 2 with 12 kills. Rocket fire slashing down there from the Goliath. Jack Panzer moving ahead here as well. Rangers there need to be careful, as the Flak Panther could take them out. 13 kills. Yak Panther moves ahead here. And we got a Panther up north here. Calliope is about to get done. In. Good rush there by Hurin. And there you go. Calliope down. Jackson shoots Rex the wreckage. Rubberluck, he just took an absolute beating here from a combined effort from Blackwolf and Hurin. Good work, but there goes Valentine tank going for the Panther 4 with anti-tank guard support, but it is not enough. Flak Panther murdering the mortar crew. Directed here from the Jackson tank destroyer. Flak Panther roughly halfway towards the ace load. Quickly blitzes away. More orbitals on there for Hurin. And another push here for the northeastern victory point there by Oberstdorf from Hurin and the 21st Panzer Division. Back here, troops here reinforcing. Close to the ace level of the Volksgrenadiers. Howard's ready to fire again, though it hasn't really done a lot of killing so far. Quick bombard around here, I guess. Germans certainly seem to bounce back nicely here. Blackwolf is still staying up for that damn elephant though. But he's not far off from it now. Roughly a minute he can call in the Schwerer Panzerjäger. Oberstdorf there holding up an advantage if I rain down there, disrupting it further. Jagdpanzer need to be careful, of course. Got a banter, fire flat here for HelpingHans. His section is hammering away there. 2 kills so far. Fight for the center victory point, almost got him wiped out there. We got 295 versus 21. Blackwolf very close to that elephant tank destroyer. Firefly setting up infantry advancing there for King Country of the Commonwealth. Artillery fire just continues to rain down like high explosive raindrops. Assault continues for the south here. Up northeast, Oberstdorf versus Sappers. We've got forces joining in as well. Bounty tank at 23 kills, and there you go. Blackwolf calls in his elephant heavy tank destroyer. We'll of course see if we can make good use of it. Panzer IV slowly approaching Bench 3 for Hurin. We'll see if it goes for next, maybe a Panther, something like that. Elephant tank destroyer, of course, rolling out there with its 88mm high velocity gun. Spotting scopes being added. 2 bars still could actually add spotting scopes. That one's just could then use that for some support, help spot for Hurin's tank destroyer if wanted to. 2063 versus 21. Rangers getting hammered there by the Austrian Flak Panzer. They're not doing a lot of damage for that, I'm afraid. MB42 on watch on its own there on the far left flank. Need to be careful about that. Push for the centre victory point here is thwarted, though Rubberluck is not quick to give up. He's committing more forces here. But ultimately finds that resistance is not weakening at all. Artillery hammering down here and HelpingHans position. I think it was maybe hammering into the German positions. There's the howitzer. Another cover to cover there by Rubberluck. Making another push there, of course can clear up the 5th cover, but of course there's still the Flak Panzer to contend with, and that one is going to be quite the uncomfortable customer for the infantry to deal with here. Panzer IV joining in, so not making it easier. More artillery called in, or more artillery barrages there called in by HelpingHans. In the south, Blackwolf is making slow progress with the Allies. Elephant tank destroyer hanging back in reserve so far. Not really a lot of tanks engaged. And he's not in his vicinity. Using the points here. Jackson tank stumbling up there for Rubberluck. And we go directed here from a Pack 40 Elephant. Going to move up there. Jackson is quickly getting out of there. And direct hit here from the Pack 40 again. Elephant sadly can't quite land a hit, but that could actually change as he's stopping up there. Trip pulls it back further. 218 versus 21. We got tier 4 there researched by Blackwolf and the 21st Panzer Division. MG40 finding its own in the explosive armor piercing rounds. I want to call them explosive rounds, but none of that should help slow down the infantry. Got another machine gun covering up, following up a deeper layer of machine gun fire, which is going to be harder for Rubberluck just to pierce with infantry and a bit of smoke. 200 points left here. Artillery just continues to plummet down there on the heads of HelpingHans on the north. Firefly moving in. Elephant slowly advancing there for Blackwolf. So far gotten 1 kill. That was a vehicle kill, good work. Looks like he did manage to take out the Jackson tank destroyer with it. Good work there by Blackwolf.
Reconnaissance flight set to go.
Rifleman advancing with bars aplenty. Up north, HelpingHans found himself struggling a bit there to hold the line under Hurin's relentless assault, supported by, well, relentless artillery. 3 kills, halfway to finish on that howitzer, and we got air support coming to further just put pressure on HelpingHans, and Rubberluck will try to move in there with the sector assault. We lost the opposite down there, bit of a blow there to Hurin. Got Panther Yak Panther moving up. Panther moving in to block the section there from grabbing the machine gun. Good work there by Hurin. Good hit in the Yak Panther. Got 21 plus 152. Now the Jackson tanks were there for Rubberluck in the southeast. Ranger there being routed by the 2-2. 20 kills on that one. Quite good work there, preserving it by Blackwolf. Black Panther with 21 though, and very, very close to the ace level. Mine can actually try to the base and do some serious damage to Rubberluck at the moment. He's doing it with the 2-2, but the Osman isn't quite keeping the pace, and it cost him the 2-2. Guessing though Blackwolf is less keen on risking his Flak Panther. But again, theoretically, could actually try and do some serious damage, since right now both Rubberluck and HelpingHans have a lot of the stuff sort of bunched up. So an almost ace level Flak Panther could do some crucial damage there to both allied players and the infantry. 21 was 132. The Allies are starting to make a dent here. Tactically, they're relying now on a lot more brute force tactics, where the Germans are now much more equipped for actually dealing with, making it overall harder for the Allies to make progress without necessarily losing a lot on the process. So there's definitely something to be mindful of. We've got the heavy Panther program up there for Blackwolf, probably a Panther effort. And with that, we got Rubberluck dropping out, at which point the game is over. I mean, HelpingHans might keep fighting on, but usually if I see a player drop out, I usually just stop the match here. Either way though, GG, game over. Rather tense 2 vs 2 match on road to Kharkov. A lot of brutal carnage here. It was close at times for the Allies to pull through, but there was some, I think, technical issues there, and again, just I think also the map makes it a bit hard at times to just launch a pro breakthrough, and if the sort of other side can sort of launch decently, they can sort of, you know, stall out. And this regard, there were some issues there from the Allies, I think, sort of fight through. And also at times they just kept bashing into the wall. They didn't try to outmaneuver the Germans at times very efficiently, which the Germans, I think, were able to exploit. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, tell family, but don't tell your enemies. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. You all a wonderful audience. Hope to see you all tomorrow again for another nice episode. Bye.